Which country do you think has the best sense of humor? The humor variety in Scandinavia, especially in Sweden, shouldn't be overlooked. Their humor is this perfect fusion of dry wit and a sort of intelligent, laid-back approach that's often underscored with this twinkling mischief. Why don't necessarily deliver a punchline with a big, boisterous finale, but rather with a sly comment tucked into conversation that'll hit you a few moments later, prompting a belated snort of laughter. Plus, Swedish comedians manage to maintain a poker face that could rival any professional gambler, making the final reveal of the joke that much more impactful. Not to toot our own horn, but probably everywhere in Britain, living abroad and through travels, a lot of countries are just very straightforward compared to us, and don't seem to deal much in humor as part of their regular lives. With many British people you can expect tongue-in-cheek, banter, wit, innuendo, etc. in your conversations, and if you don't understand the person, then that further adds to the overall amusement. That being said, young Americans have contributed massively to the online meme culture. I love memes, and it seems the best ones are made by American accounts. LOL. I get a kick out of Finnish people. They talk with such a stoic, no-nonsense tone, but the choice of words coming out of their mouth doesn't match, and it's always kind of cracked me up. Plus, I spent a lot of time in Michigan in my youth, which has an extremely similar accent to Finns speaking English, and Yuppas always make me laugh, so I associate the two. This is impossible to say, it depends which culture you're accustomed to. For example, many US Americans might not understand British sarcasm, although it can be funny as hell. Also, the exact same joke can sound funny in one language but not the other. I'll tell you what, this is sort of the opposite answer. And I was really surprised to discover over the years that the Irish have almost no sense of humor at all. That was really unexpected. I always figured they'd be hilarious. Why Australian I've ever met or witnessed on a screen had the laid-back attitude that makes humor come easily. So I'd say as an overall people they win. But UK comedians are the best humor professionals. Japan and Britain take my top spots. I love how absurd some of the game shows, commercials, and variety shows can be with Japan, and Britain takes the cake because of how dry their humor can be. As a Brit, the British, but specifically Northerners and the Scots, shout out to the Irish as well. Ed Byrne, David O'Doherty, and Dylan Moran are amongst my favourite comedians of all time. Surprised nobody is saying America. Stand-up comedy was invented here, and pretty much all the greatest comedians are from America. Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, etc. Mexico. They're the only people I've seen who can just smile, then that smile devolves into crying laughter even when nothing was done. Really good group of folk. British and Japanese humors are my faves. The first can be ruthless without always trying to justify the darkness, and the second is just bonkers in the best way. Germany, in a rather ironic manner. Nothing funnier to me than when a stony-faced German insists, very seriously, that they do in fact have a sense of humor. I would say USA, I really dislike British comedy, and I don't know many more countries' humor. 99 of my favorite sitcoms are American, so Britain, the accent coupled with the jokes they give are guaranteed to at least make me chuckle. Plus, Monty Python. All arguments invalid. I think the USA has the best comedians, I mean come on. Chris Rock and George Carlin. But the British in general are probably the funniest. America. The US is one of the greatest sources for comedic materials. From that sprung the greatest comedian of all, Bill Burr. Jewish American comedians seem to be the funniest people IMO. So technically I guess that would be America for the win. Australia is the best. England is the worst. Source, try making a joke about England and see how that goes. LOL. Ireland. Although the UK has given us loads of laughs by electing the Tories over and over again, I think it's Serbian because there are no limits and even our horrors and drama becomes comedy. If you like it dark with a keen sense of self-deprecation, Irish humor is for you. The Danish are fucking hilarious, but Americans are known for their sense of humor. Australia, the friendly banters between mates, dry sense of humor and sarcasm. Germany, German joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? We ask the questions. Not a country, but most of Balkans and East Europe. I may be biased though. America. They think that they are the best country in the world. German joke, two hunters meet. Both are dead peak German humor. ITT people from Anglo countries patting each other on the back. Canada, known for its friendly and self-deprecating humor. Cheekier. They are always so impudent in an amusing way. Latvia. What is lack for potato is tenfold in laugh.